Well, Mitsubishi Colt on the rollers this morning, and Richard has fitted 550cc injectors and an Arashi hybrid turbo plus a Gizfab downpipe, which we won't talk about at this stage of the video. It's got a brand new K&N induction kit cone on there as well. It's got some lovely Dynodaze hoses. Now, this one hasn't been mapped previously, so the first thing we've got to do after we've fitted the 550cc injectors is flash a base file from the Ecutek software onto the stock ECU. So we use the Ecutek software, calibrate the injectors, and that'll give us the ability to do almost like a bass tune and then get cracking. So here we go. Thought I'd stick a camera in your face, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
How you doing, babe?
Well, it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Countdown of 5 days till opening.
Getting excited or nervous?
Nervous.
I share that.
Yeah, nervation. Things are still not complete.
No.
And we're on a 5-day countdown.
There's some, like, you know, pretty critical parts that haven't been completed yet.
Yeah, unfortunately so. And
I'll tell you what my main worry
it's
is.
gives me a bit of stress.
I know. For the folks at home watching on YouTube, my main worry is that we're going to come across a problem in this late hour of the project, and that's going to take some time to rectify. So, but this is a beautiful black Colt with a hybrid turbo. And how do you feel you're getting on?
Okay, all good. The graph's really nice. Just dialing it back a little bit. We've got a little bit too much torque at the moment, so we're dialing it back, and then we'll finalise some fuel in and stuff, and it should be good to go.
Good stuff. Right, Richard, time is of the essence. Black Colt, not mapped previously, but modified, and we have fitted an Arashi turbo, 550cc injectors. We fitted an Eden downpipe, didn't we, which we had much fun with.
Yeah, the car came in and the exhaust was blowing heavily between the manifold and the turbo. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it was actually physically loose. You could grab a turbo and switch it round wherever you want, as much movement as the bolts would basically allow. 3 bolts were still in, but obviously loose. So this car would have been significantly down on power, in my opinion, obviously with that like that. Plenty of black soot everywhere. So we removed everything anyway because that was all coming off, obviously, part of our mandate to fit the Arashi turbo. So we've done that. We've ported the manifold to turbo gasket. We've ported the turbo housing, which we've obviously got some pictures of. Put all new gaskets in, obviously, and rebuilt that. Put everything back into the car, got it all working.
Replaced missing bolts.
Replaced missing bolts and things that were obviously got the wrong bolts in, and also bolts that were obviously missing. Through vibration obviously coming loose or whatever. There was a bolt missing out turbo support bracket, a few bits like that. So obviously we've ran through, sorted all that, put it all back to OEM and nice and sorted. The GISFAP downpipe we've had a couple of issues with recently with fitment. They seem to be very, very tight onto the hole is slightly bigger than the bolt, which is obviously great, but it's the clocking of it's out. So where it bolts underneath, it seems like you want to lift it up more to get it to locate for the holes, but you can't because it's located on the bracket underneath.
Yeah, that's right.
Holding it into position, so it's become particularly difficult. We found that best way is having everything loose as we put it on the car, including the turbo and everything, and then you've got movement and everything. You can obviously line the bolts so you can get it in. So that's what we did yesterday, no problem. Got to the end of the job last night at 6 p.m. and we were obviously ready to like fire it up and test it. And I was just like, oh, I'll put the O2 sensor in, I'll put that in. No O2 sensor bung in it. I mean, that to me is pretty...
I passed it to you. You put it on the car. We spent an hour with both of our hands on it.
Yeah.
And at no point did
admittedly, I didn't. It was my own fault. I didn't see it was missing. I didn't see it wasn't on there. But ultimately, it should have been there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever recall checking to see. I've never had to check that it's got a lambda bung in it.
So anyway, we both missed it. But anyway, either or way, what we've had to do this morning is obviously we've had to drill a hole in it. I've got a lambda boss, I've welded it in. Unfortunately, I've had to stainless wire MIG it in because I didn't want to take it all back off again to
that would have been
to put it in bed because it would have just been
a
fair few hours and would have been a nightmare. That was definitely the cheapest and the best option for the customer. I would have loved to have tigged it up, but it just wasn't possible without taking it back off the car. I didn't want to do that. We modified the dump pipe as well because obviously that was completely
penis pipe,
as you call it. It's completely jammed onto the now bigger down pipe. Obviously it's 2.5 inch, so we modified that and got the charge pipe away from that. Fitted the 550cc injectors, and then obviously we put it on the dyno mat. I think it came out well. I think it made good power. We're still on the Scorpion 2.25 inch exhaust, mated with Eden's 2.5 inch downpipe.
3 inch exhaust next.
There's talks of a 3 inch exhaust, falls and against there in my opinion. It's made good power as it is. I think a 2.5 would be adequate. I would keep a 2.5 from Eden's downpipe and make a full 2.5 inch. If it was me, I don't feel that 3 is necessarily needed, but if that's what the customer wants, obviously we can make him whatever he chooses. Finished today good on basically 260 brake and 242 foot-pounds.
Cap that torque, haven't we?
Yeah, cap the torque, so I'm really happy with that. I don't think there's a lot more in it. There may be a little bit more of an exhaust, but probably not a lot. And obviously, again, you're on the limit of the stock rods, so again, there's not any more you're going to get out of torque out of it. So it's as good as it's going to be. And I think the customer, from when this car came in with a significant leak, this car will be fast leaving for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be whizzing past my house on Leicester Road. Whizzing past it.
Should we have a look at the graph?
Yeah, come on.
Right.
Okay, so there we have it. Obviously, it had stock injectors when it came in, and we had to fit the 550cc, so we didn't get an initial power run. But I'm happy with how that's leaving. And we are leaving on, I'm calling that 260 brake, which is 232 at the wheels. A great car, a great little car, and it's going to be a rocket now, I believe. So yeah, brilliant. Another Mitsubishi Colt in the bag. Really happy with that. Code word for this video, if you've stuck around to the end of the video, code word, I'm going with Uncle Keith, because he's been in the dyno cell a little bit today, helping us out. So Uncle Keith in the dyno cell, what are you doing?
I think there's a standard power run on there.
Is that? Well, have we seen it before?
Yeah.
Oh, it's wrecking my processes. Let's see if it did have. Richard is correct that we have seen this car on the dyno before, and the last time we saw it actually made 156 brake horsepower. So we're up by over 100 brake horsepower. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe and all that jazz, and we'll see you on the next one, won't we, Rich?
Indeed.
We will indeed. Oh, power!
was pretty fast.